Quad coils, the mystery. So this is the 4-inch quad coil, also used on the CSP, designed by Larry Frederick of Cicada Audio. And this is, they came in a quad 1 ohm or quad 2 ohm. This is the quad 2 ohm. It was less popular, and that's what was left over during the closeout. So basically, remember that positive is always on the left. And in this case, what you can do is, if you want to just use it in dual 2 mode, just use 2 of the coils. That's it. These ones you just want to cut short, trim off, and not use them, okay? And that'll still give you 2 winds per side. Is it? Yeah, no. Down, up, yeah. And then when you wire them in parallel, that'll give you, no, that can't be right. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. It's 8 layers, so yeah, 2 layers per coil. Yeah, it's got to be 1 layer. No. Damn it. Got myself psyched out. Anyways, there's 2 layers per coil. And there's a quad coil, so that's 8 layers. If you want to do 4 ohm, dual 4 ohm, you just take the negative of one and the positive of the other. And usually what I do is I cut this and bring it down. Sometimes you can just rip it, especially if they're older like this. And then what I do is I solder them like that, and then they go underneath the spider, because the spider is going to go like this when you epoxy it. And then I encase these in the epoxy, so it's a hard, what's called a hard wire, which is where it's soldered. And then what you have left is your positive now will be way over here, and your negative will be way over here. And this is for one side of the leads. So this is one terminal. And that's really the best way to do this, because what ends up happening is this side will be 4 layers and the other side will be 4 layers, and then when you wire it in parallel, it'll be 2 layers. Yes. So, and that'll be dual 4. This is weirding me out now. So, but if you want to do the dual 2, you just hook up this coil and then the other coil, and then trim the other ones off. Okay, and then you wire in parallel and you get down to 1 ohm. And this is copper. This has been out in the rain, but it doesn't hurt it. It's fine. I'll wipe all that off and you'll go, hey, it just looks kind of crusty. Yep, it still works. It's fine. But I'm sure I have a stash somewhere. I just don't know. We use a lot of these. They're best if you extend the former and use them on the TI frame. But Concept used, I think I've shown you this before. They used the 4-spoke frame, and then they put on a false 10-inch spider that is there just for looks, even though they actually put an adapter on it. But underneath that was an 8-inch spider that was the control spider. We used to keep it out here. I don't know where it's at now. Time to do some house cleaning. Oh yeah, these are the RE Audio XXX adapters. If you guys want these too, let me know. I just had them made out of steel. I think I did a video on that too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 left. These are pretty cheap. We'll do these for like 45 shipped. Well, shit. I don't know where it's at. Anyways, oh, here it is. Thought so. So see, they put that big adapter on there, which looks impressive, but it's all bullshit. So you put the 8-inch spider on the inside, and that's the control spider, and then the 10-inch spider just is there for looks. Maybe a little bit of resistance, not really. So because it's so large, there's very little resistance. You can, I think I told you about that on the Wolframs, the first series, gold series. They used a short coil on the TI frame, and then they made the spider really stiff, but with a 3-inch coil on a 10-inch spider like that, it actually ends up being pretty flexible. So it's still only limited to about 2, maybe 2.5 inches peak to peak, and that's because the coil is as short as it is. But it was fine because the motor was short as well, so it was not deep enough to allow for, you know, the full 3.5 inch that you can get on that frame with a 10-inch spider. I think that was it. Okay, so that's for Jesse. Jesse wanted to know how to use a quad coil, and that's it. Just always remember that on these, the spacing is much broader on the 4-inch coil. On the 3-inch coil, they're closer together, so it's hard to tell. And so that's why what I'll do is I put it in a test jig like this one. I got a test jig and then I take a 9-volt battery and I touch the leads, and if you have it wired correctly, it should jump out, and that'll tell you that's one coil. And then you can go to the next one, and that's your second coil, and so on and so forth. And if you want to use pencil or pen or whatever to mark them, you can do that as well. So, but this is for Jesse. Jesse, you wanted dual 4, so just take the positive of this one and the negative of this one, tie those together, bring them down, and then I put them down a little bit low, because then whenever you put the spider on there and tack weld it with the CA, then you flip it over, and that's where you want to go follow up with your CA to make sure there's no holes or anything like that, because you don't want the epoxy to leak up. And then that's when you'll solder these and put these, encapsulate these in the epoxy. So, in the Devil's Jizz epoxy. So, oh, I did want to show you about Devil's Jizz. So, you know what? I'm going to make that a separate video, because I'm going to send a lot of people to it. So, I love you guys. I'll talk to you here in a second.